Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we're back to continue our playthrough of Total War Attila, featuring that amazing Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD mod. We're having tons of fun with it, and yes, we are moving in the Iberian Peninsula. We have our first success last time in the north of Portugal. Now we're going to be push forward in Evora in southern Portugal. We're going to pincer down on Lisbon and hopefully take care of things that way. Per usual, though, at the beginning of the turn, we kind of ended last episode in the middle of a turn. We didn't really look at all the details and whatnot as far as what's going on. And I noticed in looking around there maybe a few promotions and adjustments and shifting around of various things that we can do to help us out prior to the battle. So I'm going to get those little details out of the way first, and then we'll get figuring things out. Now, one thing that happened is I did have some confusion over my general up here that went blind right here and getting him replaced, not with the one I wanted down here. Yada yada yada, and the heir that I did end up getting promoted is way up in London, and I don't want him way up in London. In fact, I'm not even scrolling to London. Let's go over to London. There we go. I'm talking and not paying attention to where we're going. What we're going to do is move our heir out here. We're going to take Randolph and we're going to put him to sea and start moving him down to the Iberian Peninsula. We're going to give him control of a more significant army and switch off some troops, whatnot. And London will have a temporarily hard time with its public order, but we have lots of governors available to assign. In fact, we have only, I believe it's 7 out of 10 right now. So what I'm going to do is take one of our family members, which we have absolutely no short supply, and we're going to give them a governorship. The one I kind of tagged for governorship down there, let's see if I can find him. We're just going to have to scroll through. In fact, I found him right away. I kind of picked out Ralph as becoming the new governor. He has amazing loyalty, but better than that, when you go down to his governor abilities, adds to public order, adds to wealth, lowers corruption. What more could you want in a governor? In fact, let's do something here that will even help his public order more. In fact, an executioner will take care of that. We're -6, so right there, by giving a executioner in public order without even any promotion, being a brand new governor, he'll at least after a turn, once he gets in place and his household member gets in place, we're going to have things under control as far as things going on there. Let's see. Shall we give him, he's so trustworthy, why don't we give him a little extra influence also by carrying the heraldic heater shield? And that sounds good. So Ralph, let's get you over to Sussex and the governorship of London. There we go. And we're going to be negative for another turn, I would imagine, but then things should be back under control, and we can afford a little negative hit there. While looking around at our family members, I think it's now time. A few more bits of influence have picked up. I'm going to focus. We got a good round of retainers going right now. And I'm going to take some of our low-level family members again, and those that have the influence, we're going to run through and go on the old bride search again. Now, I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but I think I pegged 5 that have the influence to try for a bride, and we're going to get them going for a bride as opposed to retainerships at the moment. So let's get Guy going looking for a wife. We got Alan as I scroll across that we need to find a wife, and I think he has the influence, so we're going to do that. We have Mark also with the influence. He's going to seek a bride. We're going to find out. I don't know if this is smart or not, or if we have the ability to find that many brides in one turn, or if I should be doing some... Let's see, I know we got more down here. Let me just find them. here there, Alfred. We're going to send him on the bride search, and one more is Eric. He's already had his illegitimate son, so we're going to get him a bride and see if that can rein him in a little bit. So we do have some openings here coming up. We have a marshal promotion available. I'm not sure who we might have available that, but I know we have at least someone available for the Baron of Exchequer position, and we are going to go, I think I decided on this gentleman here, the governor of Tunis. I'll reward him for help getting our first North African province under control, and we're going to give him the promotion up here. In fact, let's just go ahead and do it. There we go. One thing I'm going to do, if we take a peek down in Tunis, as a matter of fact, public order here is fine, and getting him promoted and giving a little extra public order that promotion does is, I think it'll allow me to change our edict down here. Right now we're +5, and we're getting +4 from our public order on empowering the local ruler, but if I can afford to just take that away right now and focus back in on growth and income with the rural way houses. So we're going to change our edict there. In fact, I think I noticed down in Biskra we can afford to do the same thing. And we're going to change over to the rural way houses here. Here we're a +9. Having our priests there with public order helping out is allowing us to do this. And our income is slowly shrinking as we've been increasing and adding to armies. So I think it's important that we where we can, we focus on changing our edicts and getting some more income generated. We also have the same issue down here in Algiers, and we're going to switch that out also. So there may be more, but that's what I've noticed right offhand that we're going to take care of. We also have actually the same thing, the governor over here in Montpellier. We're going to change him from empowering local ruler to the rural way houses also. There we go. What that also does is I have the governor now with the provost position open. I have my governor in Biskra, which I'm going to promote up to provost level here, just in case we need to think about moving our priest out of there so we can start generating some extra public order just from our governor. So we're going to go giving Paul the promotion in Biskra. All right, I think that's all the family promotions, the family members we're looking to get promoted. We'll come back at some point and see about getting some more assigned as to retainerships. But for now, with some of these out of the way, what we're going to do is go through our final checklist here that we didn't address when we ended our turn, and then get to battle. Population surpluses continue. We say that every time because that's just what's happening. Some wars off in the distance that are not of concern to us are there. We had some deaths. We had some households lost. Cook Ostrich Feathers is a nice one for personal influence, but he's gone now. We finished our wheat fields in Rouen, Normandy. We gained some traits from some of our newest family members. William Bibulus likes Westerners, which is David is lively, and yeah, so nothing too exciting as far as traits there. We gained some household members. We've already put some to use. Oh, and we gained another research in our quest for being able to, in fact, we're almost down to our last 2 bits of research to be able to start promoting up to a next tier of military also. And rank gained, Alan is sitting right in front of us in Montpellier, so we'll take his army. He's been on a great job of recruiting, and then now he gets rewarded with a promotion. In fact, replenishment is a nice little perk. I'm going to go right away with that. We're going to give him probably... Actually, we're just going to go with authority. That'll help with his morale for the commander's unit, and then basically will have us get a chance to go down to increasing our movement, which I value a lot. It also opens up the track if integrity ever becomes a problem down in this direction. All right, we've done it. Let's get down to the battle. If you remember last time, Portugal kind of made the weird choice to abandon Evora and hole up in Lisbon. I guess it's not that weird. I guess they just figure they're going to have better chance combining back here and forcing us into this massive battle. But what that means is we have a wide open city here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the king to run up this way to be able to run interference from these armies.
Make haste, men.
And at the same time right now, he'll be able to reinforce on this battle. Although it'll probably be like the last one where I won't even need, ideally, to utilize my reinforcements. Well in our favor, 8 ladders, 2 battering rams, just the garrisoning army now. We're going to be able to take this, I'm guessing without any reinforcements, but we're going to allow the reinforcements to show up just in case. So we'll see you down on the battlefield. And it looks like we have a bit of fog rolling in for the battle, so we're going to wait this out just a little bit. And there's the conditions we know and love. All right, let's see if our investment has damaged towers. It looks like this is the open side that we will be attacking down here. No towers, gates probably damaged. We got the city center over here. The gates are 30, not super damaged compared to sometimes. And let's see if we got any barricade locations for potential. So our direct route right up the hill from these walls is more than likely going to be blocked. It doesn't look like I see any potential barricades in this other lower direction, so that's probably going to be the route we're going to have to take up to the city center. And there's another potential barricade here, but for our path coming up on this wall, looks like we'll be landing here, heading straight ahead is what we'll be trying. So I'll be right back with the team we're going to set up. And it looks like our reinforcements will be coming over way on the other side of the map. So good thing we don't have to count on them. Because they're going to be on a whole weird opposite side of the map. All right, we are ready to go. You'll see we have a unit of crossbowmen manning the battering ram going up the center. We have 3 crossbowmen units climbing ladders over here. I'm not keeping any crossbowmen out with our longbowmen. They just don't have the right arc to really be effective over the walls. It's better to get them up the walls and to the interior. I chose this side of the wall for them to go attack because I'm assuming all the rest of us will draw, our strongest units will draw the forces down this way more. I'm thinking if we come up this way, any units they have manning the barricades, that is their job to disrupt anything up here and then shoot down from this hill above to help the attack down below. Whether it works out that way, I do not know, but that's kind of the thought process and the plan we're taking. Everybody else down here is going to handle things here. The only thing I'm going to do now that I've seen the setup one more time and had 2 seconds to think about it, we're going to bring the spear units more over here to kind of form a wall and prevent reinforcements at least down from that direction. And we'll bring our stronger swordsman units up here to help clear out issues around the gate. And there we have it. So let's get our battering ram. Actually, let's, what do I always do? I always rush my archers forward. They are on regular shot and spread formation to minimize their casualties. Let's get them moving up, then we'll bring the battering ram and ladders to follow.
At speed! We should thank the Lord, men, for the opportunity that lies before us. Glory as we go.
Good news! Additional forces have arrived.
And wine and a warm woman or two.
Yes, additional forces have arrived that we will not even hopefully need.
The enemy draws near. The battle is turning in our favor.
We haven't even gotten anywhere, and they're telling us the battle has turned in our favor. Okay, they do have some crossbowmen up on the wall here. They do have, what do you know, crossbowmen manning the barricades. And the early target for our archers is right here on the wall, the spearmen.
On your command!
They do have shielding that they're able to use, but we should, I would hope, be able to do some hurt to them. We're seeing them starting to fall in spite of their shields.
Wait! Honor! We fight for our lives as well! Oh Lord!
In fact, we're driving them off the walls already. In fact, back here we also have some more light spear units, so maybe we can refocus down there real quick. See about weakening them or working on their morale issues.
Fire on the enemy!
We are almost up to the walls.
Shame is a terrible thing, men. Think of your honor!
Okay, we are about to the walls. Our swordsmen should match up well against their weakened spearmen on the wall. Now we're working on these guys behind the gates. And our crossbowmen are climbing the walls, so we're going to have them focus initially with their shots. They're going to take some damage from the crossbowmen up here. But I need them to initially focus there. The swordsmen against the spearmen should be a good matchup for us. I'll take one of these spear units over here. Get our other swordsmen up. And then see if we can take, as we've kind of planned, see if we can get some spear units over here to kind of hold any flanking moves they might try against us. And our crossbowmen have hit the wall. And we are going to try shooting over here for starters. Trying to get these crossbowmen up the wall to take on the counterparts. And all of a sudden, our crossbowmen have done so well over here. Let's get the rest of them up here to fire into the spearmen. In fact, the spearmen are moving up against us for melee, which is probably the best thing they could do. Be nice to get through here quicker so we can help them out. And also to get our swordsmen through. Get our other spearmen down. In fact, we've pushed through these spearmen, so it's now time to get over to these skirmishers and work our way up to relieve the pressure. And in fact, here's some more spearmen. Relieve the pressure on our crossbowmen. They're taking the kind of battle that they aren't ideal for hand to hand. And we're just kind of taking shots from the towers right now as we kind of hold our flank. It doesn't look like we're going to need more than one unit over here, so let's bring this other spear unit up. And we fought through that spear unit, so it means it's time for swords and the spear of our own to get up here. These swordsmen are still taking it to their spearmen here. Our crossbowmen are actually holding up quite well against these spearmen. They are not like bowmen trying to do close combat. They do have some skills and abilities. So let's come in the back side of these spearmen here. And they folded. Now it's time for me. In fact, their crossbowmen have decided. Nope. They're wavering. They don't know what to do. We're gonna take all our crossbowmen and focus here. And let's continue towards the city center.
Enemy troops have reached the walls.
I don't know what they're talking about, enemy troops reaching the walls. But what we will do is we'll take our spearmen down here to take out these gates just to eliminate the fire that we're taking. And we'll start moving towards the city center. It looks like we can make our charge into the city with our cavalry now. They're behind the barricades here, but we've got our fire from our own crossbowmen focused in on them, and they're taking some hurt, even with the cover of the barricades. Let's keep moving, boys, up to the city center.
Warriors of Christ! Engage!
Now they have forces over here that are guarding just because we have reinforcements in the area. We're going to take our spearmen straight on in to lead the way in the attack in the city center. We're going to take these cavalry since they're running into us. Let's just deal with them. Hello, guys. Let's bring some more spearmen up to the front of the battle because since we do have cavalry, that's going to be our strength to deal with it. And why don't we just throw them in there for support? It's just going to be frontal mob attack to take out his king and this unit up here. There's no way to maneuver and get any kind of flank or get around, so we're just going to throw our troops in there since the spearmen aren't quite there yet. And that's really the last big resistance once we can take out the king. What we can do is run to the other side with our cavalry and address their melee or skirmishing style units over here. With the spare cavalry that we have as we're working on the king. King is down from 50 to 35 units. We are not taking amazing casualties against him because the spear is our strength. I think at this point I can knock off or back off the swordsmen who are not as keen and strong against the cavalry, and we'll go with all spear. Hopefully an attempt to minimize our casualties. And let's see if we can take it to these guys. Can our cavalry get up to the edge of the walls here? It's a type of wall that ramps up with the ground up there, so we should be able to work on them, I would think. And we'll just bring one cavalry unit itself right in here to work on capturing the towers. And the king over here is hanging tough. Okay, he's down over half strength now. It's just a matter of time. The king looks nice in all the fantastic battle colors here, but he is not going to survive against spearmen. Especially holed up and trapped up in here, not being able to use any charge and maneuverability. The king's days are numbered. And these gates are ours. We're going to take one of these units, and they have fallen. I assume our king has fallen in the background, and this city and this battle is ours. So it looks like Evora has fallen to the Kingdom of England. We're going to occupy.
Commander?
We do have some funds to possibly repair. Looks like we got to repair first in order to convert as per usual. We'll repair the Catholic building also, and then we'll take a look at how this fleshes out here. Now we've got this unit up here that we're going to bring down. We have our king, which we're going to bring a little closer.
Ready for further orders. Commander, on the move.
In fact, I would like these two in case they decide to sally out. And next turn we'll see about investing, I do believe.
March.
We don't quite have the ability to...
On the move.
There now, we also, in addition to both being in range here, we'll be able to reinforce each other in case they try to sally forth against us. So that's what I was trying to set up. We are positive here, and we don't have many funds left to do any conversions to these buildings here. We will repair. We'll just make sure everything gets repaired where we can repair. I'm not interested in this dismantling so much at this point on these. I want to get them converted. That just takes a lot more funds that we don't have right now. Okay, our army is here. Our army is at 22. And to be quite honest, instability will go away 3 more ticks. Right now, if we moved our army out, this should be flat. So what I'm going to do is next turn, we will move them out. We will see about converting buildings as we're able to. I don't want the army sitting in there with horrid sanitation right now. In fact, since this should come under control, let's move the army out now.
Ready for battle.
And it is flat. So there, I'm fine moving the army out now, and what we'll do is we'll keep them right behind the border just so we can continue replenishing at the moment for another turn, but then we'll be able to bring them down to join in this battle down here once we become invested. In fact, we're going to let our king start the process right now. Why hover one more turn? Let's come down. Oh, okay, because we didn't quite have the movement, but I want our king to lead this force. I want our king to lead our battle this time. I want him to gain the glory. Okay, I don't have any really spies. I guess what I can do now is we do have a spy up here, and we can start sending over. I want to have one spy planted up here in Pamplona, because that is going to be eventually where we proceed next. We can move this army into Toulouse, start stabilizing our northern borders, and we can see about transferring off the rest of his army. There we go. And that leaves Alan a little lonesome, but we're going to start sending him back. So when we get some more funds, it may be a while till we can really build him the way I would desire, just due to our income at the moment, income flow. We can't keep building totally without consequences right now. Alright, the enemy was killed in battle. The governor, we gained some wine, nice to have, and nothing new here as far as any messages from those battles. The other thing we can look at doing, the assassins haven't been necessary. Portugal does not appear to have any available assassins to go against us. So let's get our assassins over also as an extra pair of eyes to eventual future targets over here.
Can I aid you further?
And we have another pair of eyes over here that we're going to send out. We're seeing an army from the Kingdom of Castile kind of floating around in the countryside, but not a lot of armies buttoned up in the cities at this moment.
Would that I were as swift as the angels.
Right back here in Toledo, it seems to be where their forces are holed up the most. Alright, that appears to be the turn now. We're going to go ahead and hit that next turn button and see what the future holds for us. We have an edict in Sussex, so let's get up there and take care of that before we hit the next turn. And that edict is a no-brainer at the moment. Well, maybe it isn't. We took the steps with the household member. I don't know that I need to necessarily hit that public order, so we're going to go with the way houses here. Because this should help us generate a good amount of income by doing that. Or helping. We do need some help increasing our income, so we'll keep that focus. And with other promotions, we should be able to help public order down the road. All right, let's hit that next turn.
We find you worthy of benefiting from our prosperity.
I think we're going to benefit more from your prosperity by taking over Lisbon, at least in the long run. So no thank you, Sancho, from the Kingdom of Portugal. All right, duty calls. The Lights of Absolution needs leadership. So we have another death of natural causes, it looks like, over here for another general. We definitely don't want to bring Eric into the fold. Oh, we got some hideous potential. Looks like we may be bringing Eric down just because he does not have that abundance of negative traits that a lot of these others have. I guess Alfred isn't necessarily with the negative traits, because that's more for governors, corruption and having illegitimate children, public order for a governed bad zeal is not necessarily good. Bad loyalty is not necessarily very good. Good cunning, poor zeal. Poor zeal. I mean, he just has no zeal, so forget it, Alfred. Your zeal is going to be about as negative as it could get. And Mark, I guess, is not necessarily hideous, except he's more, seems to be, even though he has disgusting. Corruption, that's for governors. Religious influence, that's for governors. Loyalty, well, not totally thrilled about that. And he does give extra bonuses. So actually, Eric is not hideous with all these negative bonuses per se as a general. So maybe we just do go ahead and give it to Eric and hold on to our younger strategist here. Now let's give it to someone clean like this, Eric. Let's not deal with the baggage. Eric, you are taking over the generalship at the big age of 17. So Adam in Braga. So our generals are dropping of natural causes. Of course, he was 65. Edward in London. Is he our governor that we just put there? Oh, we're going to have to go back up to London now and take a look. Or he might have just been a statesman that passed up there that we had put up there. So I'm not going to panic and worry about that too much. A worthy bride, I think so. It's going to lower his loyalty a little bit, but still at 6, I'm not concerned at this time. Gives great personal influence, however, for Mark. So take her hand. We have a worthy bride here, lowers integrity, but Eric, you don't have an army right now, I don't believe, or did I just, no, we don't. And Eric, if you were the general that we looked at, yeah, I think it had a lot of negative traits anyway. Well, you get someone else with extra negative traits. This looks like a nice bride for Guy. Amazing. We're finding brides left and right. 3 out of 4 are very strong choices, it looks like. And we do have political obstruction for Stephen, but we're going to have him use his political favors. And we secured office with Paul also. And a noble marriage from Alfred. All right. Population growth continuing. The Kingdom of Armenia has changed its religion, and we saw that we had. Now I think Edward we had taken out. Was he the one that went blind? That was our general. I'm not sure. That might be the Edwards up there, but we don't have. I mean, we still have a governor in London. Yep, Ralph is up there. So that was just a statesman who no longer had a rank that, of course, is then centered in London. We lost a bunch of household with these deaths. We completed our gibbet in Normandy, so that actually... No, that just has us down flat still, so we haven't gained a positive public order here yet. And our construct the rural way houses edicts are there, and hopefully we start to, that number, the income is creeping up. That's better than it was last time. It's still not very strong. We gained a household bodyguard and a sparring partner for helping melee defense. Let's see, rank gain. Let's go do these. Montpellier, is that our governor down here? Yes, it is, and we have all the income generating to the positive. Is there anything here? No. Yeah, I'm gonna give him this armor just because he's gonna be on the border soon. In case we end up getting attacked in Montpellier, we'll give that to him. And what else can we do? We're gonna add some authority, some more authority down here for his promotion. And Eric has a promotion also.
Willing and able.
And we will continue working on his skills, maybe a little zeal to get that up to no negative effects. And we'll increase his authority a little bit. He has all the perks I really need for him and his job that he's doing for us. So, not too concerned there. Now let's get up here and start the investment against Lisbon. We're going to move our king in to start surrounding this territory here. We're going to build our ladders that we like and our battering rams that we like. And look at that. It's going to take us a couple turns to do it. But I like those quantities of things to get us up the gates and up the walls, through the gates and up the walls. So we're going to, I guess, invest for a couple days.
Let them cower like kennelled dogs.
And Braga is positive again now that we're moving out. We are going to bring this army down. Yeah, we're not full strength, especially with our dismounted hospitaller knights. But we're overall pretty strong. So we're going to bring down for more reinforcements in this battle. And there we go. We do have building conversions available here, but we also have some building conversions to look at up here, but we just don't have the funds, so we're not going to spend any of these funds right now. The silver mine, just because of the squalor it presents, we're going to have to dismantle it down to the lowest level. This does help public order. This does not help. What is our food situation like here? No, I hate to give up the food right now. The tavern takes food and generates squalor, but also public order. But we're getting rid of some negative public order, so we're going to dismantle down to the lowest level of tavern. And start with those non-money spending corrections to the city of Braga. Let's keep our eyes. Actually, I like the idea of my spy keeping an eye on these three cities. I do not like the idea of the Kingdom of Navarre. His armies are way down here. Yeah, I don't like the idea of them being just across this small channel here when eventually we declare war. So I may have to deal with that once we finish up with Portugal. I may end up having to keep a full army down here to keep me at peace until I'm able to build up this army up here. And right now I really don't have the funds to do it.
We hunger for battle.
So with that in mind, I don't think we're going to do anything major this turn. What I'm going to do is just go on to the next turn so we can get up to the time where we can attack in Lisbon. It's going to be one heck of a massive battle with a garrison and two defending armies. We do at the moment have 3 armies. They're going to be moving in against it. We do have positive public order here. I can even throw in the 4th army down here when we get time to charge and do battle. So that may be our option, just to ensure that we have a no-doubter to take out Portugal so we can move against the rest of the Iberian Peninsula. We won't be able to be so concentrated as we move against the rest, because I have a feeling we're going to be at battle with all 3 at once. Let me get one spy. I wanted to get back up to Pamplona with a spy to keep some eyes over there. And there's nothing significant over here. So he's brought all his armies down to the coast. So it may, depending on if they build up in the next number of turns until we declare war, it might even be possible to just move our army from Toulouse to take over Pamplona, unless they do some massive recruiting before then. So that might be a possibility also. No significant army down here to move up against Montpellier, but it wouldn't hurt to be able to recruit a few units up here. This is nothing too strong to try and move against us yet. So there we go. Let's take our next turn now, and we will see you on the other side.
Can you not find the courage to join the war? The monsters we fight may yet bring doom to you.
The County of Flanders is just hell-bent on getting us, both them and the Duchy of Brabant, would love nothing for us to join their wars. Let's see if we can do something different down here. Nah, the only time to do that is when they took a bride. We're going to reject.
I have been charged to speak in good faith, but sometimes honesty is obviously of little purpose. Glory could be yours. Take it in open battle against these people. We would stand with you.
All right, we haven't even discovered the faction that they want us to do war with. No, thank you. Okay, we have another death in London. Maud, is that a wife of somebody? I don't even recognize that name. Shame on me. Okay, another noble birth, Edward, born of David and Juliana. An illegitimate birth for Mark. And there you go. So we are invested here. They are all at sea at the moment. Are they going to run away? Oh, when we take over Lisbon? Is that the way this is turning out? This is turning out to be quite interesting. We've demolished the buildings up here in Braga. I don't know that it's really made a difference for our sanitation. Yeah, sanitation's only -1 now, so it made a huge, significant difference for our sanitation. Ecclesiastical domain, if we were able to convert, maybe that would then allow us to get the sanitation improvements that would give. Problem is, oh, wait, look at that. Our income skyrocketed all of a sudden. I'm going to convert just to cover the sanitation down here. We'll keep it as it is at the moment. Not that we need an ecclesiastical domain, but the ecclesiastical domain addresses our sanitation, unlike, no, I take that back. These other cities do too. And I don't need the ecclesiastical domain. It helps with public order, but public order will be okay if I switch over to a regular city and get the growth that will bring. Food consumption is the same, so let's switch over to a large city, and I think we'll be okay. What I will do, since we got that unsuspecting, surprising jump in income, I'm going to go spend a few units to get some longbowmen down here for young Alan, just to get his army started.
We need good fighters.
All right, and we've turned things around down here, +10, so we can afford even to move out here eventually when we have to. The other thing we're going to have to do down here, though, once again, is get some of these buildings changed and converted. Spirits Maker, we're going to cut that down just to help public order, but we're okay with public order, at least at the moment. Let's just take it down to the first level. Engineer Workshop is just maintenance cost, and I don't really know that I need trebuchets, to be quite honest. Well, I guess we can keep it because I can't upgrade to that level anyway, in case I want to grab a trebuchet as opposed to a catapult just to see if there's any difference. So we'll just hang it there for the moment. The goat herd. How is our food situation here? 45. I think we might be able to afford taking this down a hit to help with the squalor. The squalor right now is at -2. This will help a little bit with squalor. And then if we just go down to the lower level of goat herd, which I think our income will allow, we're going to do that. Just to get sanitation under control, especially with an army sitting there. And I can't take it out for big negative hits at the moment. We do have religious differences down here, though, in Evora. In fact, let's take a little closer look at that, because these at one time we're under the influence of a different religion, and it hasn't totally converted at all. Well, no, I want the settlement details. So I'm on the commander. Let's get off the commander. Let's pick the settlement and take a look at what I want. Here we go. So Sunni Islam is still a significant force at 40. So that's why we're getting some extra hurt public order wise from religious differences. We do not have a religious building. Oh, the Catholic Priori, but that's our sanitation building. So we would have to wait for growth to actually get a leprosarium physician building chain going, so we could convert the Catholic Priority more. Although it's contributing some to religious influence, but the other building is stronger that way. But anyway, I think I'll take a look at the details as far as family tree, any different offices and promotions that might be available between episodes. We're going to end this episode now, come back to do our grand Lisbon battle that's looking to take place. We'll decide between episodes if I'm going to do it with 3 armies against their 2 or bring the 4th one on up here also to contribute to the fight, just to make sure. Hope you enjoyed the battle. Hope you enjoyed this turn, getting ready for our battle against Lisbon coming up. That ought to be a fun one. Hope to see you next time. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching.